Hello and welcome to the Bukit Jalil National Stadium. The athletics continues at the 2017 SEA Games. This is the evening session on day 4 of the track and field, day 7 of Kuala Lumpur 2017, the 29th SEA Games. The flame burning brightly in the National Stadium. There's another jam-packed program of events prepares to unfold today, but first let's take a look at the conditions for the athletes. Temperature dropping to around 30 degrees Celsius. The humidity has risen now to over 60%. Again, not much wind to speak of, so for the athletes, a relatively welcome set of conditions. There'll be a coolness in the air as the evening continues. Those competing later will enjoy the best of the conditions, arguably. But we have a couple of finals in store for you, including the women's pole vault final and the women's shot put final, including the final event of the women's heptathlon, event number 7, the 800 metre, which should be set for a very, very intense affair. A host of victory ceremonies to get through as well after the final event of the evening, the men's 10,000 metre. We get underway with a field event, the women's pole vault. 7 athletes doing battle for gold, silver and bronze medals on offer, including the 2-time defending champion Chumchwendi of Thailand, Thailand, with 2 competitors in this women's field for the pole vault. Just a quiet moment of reflection, opportunity to gather thoughts ahead of the introductions for the athletes.
Saudara perempuan sedang hadirin yang hormati sekalian, sebentar lagi kita akan saksikan acara lompat bergala wanita ahad.
So the athletes preparing to be introduced. Chua Yu Tian of Malaysia will be introduced second.
Athletes for pole vault women final.
A bit of a cheer about for the Malaysian athletes.
7-6. Jaya.
But first to be introduced is the defending champion from Thailand, 2013 and 2015. Gold medalist Chumchwendi,
Malaysia.
Chua Yu Tian, 24-year-old from Malaysia. Twice gone 370 this season, including at the Malaysian Open.
4-7.
Emily Jean Nobiena, the sister of Ernest John Nobiena, the men's Philippine pole vault champion. Adila Sheikh Azizi Rahman, a hopeful competitor from Malaysia. A familiar face to many, and an athlete that has had her fair share of struggles, Rachel Yang. Rizal Buenaventura, twice a medalist in the women's pole vault. And Sutikan Kamun of Thailand, the tall young athlete, will be the 7th competitor to go in the women's pole vault. The final set to get underway. Gino Biena, bringing speed down the runway, coached by her father. Well, huge clearance, but just not getting enough to clear the centimeters back. She got the height clearance fine. Very comfortable with the height. Just couldn't get the clear and push, and the trailing leg also struggling to get over. So Obiena fails at her first attempt at 3 meters 20. Competitor from Malaysia, Adila Sheikh Azir Rahman. She picks up speed very quickly down this runway, looking for a solid plant. Oh, just didn't get the extension right at all. Kind of clung on for dear life at the top of the pole and then clattered into the bar and subsequently onto the mattress, still clutching her pole. So failed attempt at 3 meters 20. Sutikan Kamun, the younger of the Thai competitors. 3:52 at the Thai Open, so this should be a formality. Although in pole vault, no such thing as a mere formality. It's a particularly difficult sport to master the technical aspects of it. Oh, the heights, very comfortable, very easy for Kamun. So the athletes are not going in order they were introduced, because a few of the favourites will be coming in at a significantly higher start. But Kamun successfully over at 3:20. So Obiena and Azizir Rahman will go again. And she has time to reset, restart. As long as she doesn't break the plane of the pole vault, she can, the actual bar, she can reset, go back to the top of her mark. Oh, very comfortable in the end. The height was never an issue. It was how she managed to get the clear and push. Good rock back, nice extension. Still coming down a little close to the pole. The bar, rather. I'm just asking a few of the photographers to move where they sit. So one athlete remaining that needs to clear at 3:20 before the remaining competitors can either get into or continue their competition. Adila Sheikh Azizir Rahman.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to witness the next event.
Well, again, the height is not an issue.
We are going to introduce the
Just a little too close to the bar.
in the women's shot put final.
So 2 failures at 3 meters 20, which in pole vault and high jump, where first time clearances
Ladies and gentlemen,
are crucial, 2 failures can prove very difficult, because you need to clear a height
representing Thailand.
better than that of your nearest opponent if you are to then leapfrog them in the queue. So if a whole bunch of jumpers are ending up on 350, if you've got 2 failures in your card, you will end up at the bottom of the pile. So she has 1 go at 3:20 to clear.
Representing Indonesia. 509, Rahira Peti Osman, representing Malaysia. 591, Saventi Tong Hao, representing Thailand.
moving the bar a little closer to the upright for Rahman, which perhaps is a smart move because height was never an issue. So number just being reapplied by her compatriot, who will enter at a greater height. Chua Yu Tian helping out a younger teammate. So Adila Sheikh Azizi Rahman now needing to get over 3 meters 20. This is her third attempt. Trying to get through all the phases of the pole vault. Very difficult to master technically this time. The height not a problem at all. Very comfortable clearance at 3 meter 20, but she came down very close to the bar again, and this is after it's been moved. Good plant though. She gets good height with the rock back, nice extension. As that pole comes up to the horizontal position, the perpendicular position rather, just extends up over the bar, brings herself down on the other side, but she's not getting much of a proper clear. Women's Heptathlon, this is the final event. And this will determine gold, silver and bronze medals.
800 meters. Introduction of athletes.
Introducing the athletes. The final event of 7 in the Heptathlon. Sunisa Kutsiamwang, the defending champion from Thailand, the 24-year-old that currently leads. Going in lane 5, Chamtawong Manivan of Laos, currently 6th, goes in lane 5. Much needed experience. Well, Narcisa Atienza of the Philippines will get a DNF. She doesn't start the final event. Kamarudin of Malaysia goes in lane 7, set to surpass her best ever performance in the Heptathlon. The legend of Thailand, 5-time champion of the Heptathlon, 19 times a medalist at the SEA Games, goes in 8th. And lane 9. The overnight leader, currently 2nd in the standings after 6 events, Emilia Nova, national record holder in the Heptathlon and in the 100 hurdles for Indonesia. She's dominated the track events at Kuala Lumpur 2017. And a quick time here. You can see her win the gold medal. As little as 5 seconds ahead of Kutsimwang. Could see her claim the gold medal depending on what times they finish in. So the athletes, Renato, a bit of a shock, didn't quite come to life. So the athletes starting in staggered positions from lanes, but at the end of the first bend they are allowed to break for the inside. You see, once they cross that line, they can break for the inside, clearly marked for the athletes, and now to the inside they go. They will position themselves in such a way they will know how many points are awarded for a time. If they are the fastest athlete over this distance, they will just position themselves with the athlete that they need to beat or stay behind or stay within a certain time frame of, because times, distances and heights have points allocated for their values, and those points are then cumulatively tallied to find a winner. Now Renato currently in second, off the shoulder of the overnight leader Nova, who's in second place overall, with Kutsimwang, the defending champion of Thailand, leading by 47 points overall. And if Kutsimwang stays as close as she does to Nova with 1 lap remaining, if she crosses the finish line in this position, she will retain the gold medal she won 2 years ago. Renato is desperate to finish in the top 3, not only in this race but overall, because she's won 19 SEA Games medals over the years. She's aiming to retire with number 20 here. 12-time a gold medalist, 4-time a silver medalist, 3 bronzes across various disciplines, mostly heptathlon. She's won 5 of those, also 400 meter and 400 hurdles titles, twice the Asian heptathlon champion, twice the Asian indoor champion. When I say she's a legendary figure, I mean she is a legendary figure. But Emiliana Nova, she's been doing some work on the track with the likes of Agus Prayogo, one of the great long-distance runners, that Renato wants to finish on a high here in what is her final event. She's been a competitor for 2 decades, 20 years as a professional. She won her first gold medal at the SEA Games in 1999 when she claimed the heptathlon title. She might just close it out here. Nova's got a sprint to the line. It's not going to be enough, I fear, to beat Kutsimwang to the gold medal. Renato's going to win this race at 37. She's coming home in a very, very solid time. The Malaysian is sprinting to second place in this race. It is Renato who claims it, and final 40 meters from Kamarudin took herself from 4th to 2nd overall. The times will be tallied, 2:27.97. That'll be around about good enough for 780 points or so. And it's the athlete from Laos, Chantawong Maniwan, comes in now. She's 6th overall. She will move up to 5th overall with that performance. Maniwan with the DNS for the Philippines athlete Atienza. But the athletes are shattered. 7 events that prove the all-round test over 2 days. 100 meter hurdles, high jump, shot put and 200 meter on the opening day. On day 2, long jump, javelin, and now this, the 800 meter. Masana Renato finishes her career with a win in the final event of the heptathlon, the 800 meter. A 2:23.67 for Nurliana Kamarudin, which will garner her over 800 points. The athlete from Laos looking to congratulate the opponents around her. I think Emilia Nova has just fallen short of the overall victory. Well, she came very close. And she needed, I think, a greater margin of victory. The times will be tallied, points will be allocated for those cumulative times, and added together they will determine a winner. The winner is not going to be anywhere near Masana Minato's SEA Games record of 5,889 points, and she won the heptathlon title in 2007. But I dare say Renato has done enough to secure a 20th SEA Games medal in her record 10th SEA Games at the age of 37. Well, she looks around. She's finished ahead of the athletes she needed to beat. Might even have worked herself up into silver medal position here. Well, Kutsimwang being stretched off, the defending champion. Has she done enough to hold on to that gold medal? Bronze in 2013, gold in 2015. If her time not good enough, Nova will win the gold and she'll have to settle for the silver. So, as things stand, Masana Renato with a win in the 800 heptathlon, the 7th event. Nova 2:24.03, and Kutsimwang finishing only shades behind her, which will be enough for Kutsimwang, according to my calculations, to claim the gold medal. Indeed it is. So that is confirmation then of the overall tally. Kutsemuang, despite being stretchered off, has done enough in the 800 meter, the final event, to hold on to the gold medal despite finishing behind Nova. Only just. Nova claims the silver at her first go, and Rosana Wenato a milestone 20th SEA Games medal.
Kindly give them your support and thunderous round of applause for all participants taking part in the women's pole vault and women's shot put finals.
Chua Yutian. Oh, very powerful. Lovely bit of work being done.
Ladies and gentlemen, shortly
Just trying to get her body as straight as possible. Second time clearance at 3 meters 40.
we will have a victory ceremony.
Powerful athlete. Doesn't get an enormous amount of speed down the runway, but is very powerful and clearly has a very strong core.
We will have the 5-meter event.
A little rock back works. Manages to extend the body upright while the pole straightens. It's just a battle trying to get the torso, the hips, the knees, the feet, the hands, the arms to all move in unison. And just trying to rotate the torso as well, so that the vaulter's stomach is closest to the bar. Solid plant, good height. Clipping the bar on the way down. Yeah, she's not getting a great deal of distance away from the upright, so she's battling with the clearance.
Grab Malaysia Airport, Sony, Air Asia, McDonald's.
So what you want to do is you want to get to the very top of the arc. You want to get the body extended over the bar, and you want to release the lower hand and push away the pole with the top. Now, Rachel Yang, she has had her fair share of injury concerns. From Singapore, the 35-year-old now. Second attempt and a big clearance for Rachel Isabel Yang. Yang Binjie, silver medalist in 2015 after a return from a spinal injury earlier in her career. Well, she got very close to the bar on the way up, incidentally. Good speed down the runway off a short run up, quickly into it, wonderful extension. And horizontal bar is 4.5 meters across, and sometimes athletes do tend to drift, and she was just drifting slightly to the right. Now, Rizal Buenaventura, twice a medalist at the SEA Games. 31-year-old from the Philippines. Oh, that's enormous height. That's possibly the greatest height anyone here has achieved so far. What's important, though, is that she is over. Despite failing at her first attempt at 3 meter 40, Rizal Buenaventura is well clear. Third attempt at 3 meter 40. This is to stay in the competition. Rahman. Her issue is not the height. She gets very close to that upright, just can't quite push and clear. And she bows out in front of her home fans. Aidila Sheikh Azizi Rahman. The clearance at 3 meter 20. She registers a height, which is a consolation, but she is first out of the women's pole vault final. 6 remain in the hunt for the gold, silver and bronze medals on offer. Also drifting a little across. to her right, as she would have faced the bar. You can see how significantly far above the bar she is at her peak. Comes down so close. She's really battling with the clear and push. So next height for the athletes, they mark down the height and how close to the upright they would like the bar positioned. So going up in 10 centimeter increments from the 360 mark. Until then it's 20 centimeter increments. And you might see a mark that says the sea record 5:30. It's not 5:30. The record belongs to the Thai defending champion, 4m21. She set in Naypyidaw in Myanmar in 2013, which remains her best. Here is the defending champion, Sukanya Chayanisa Chomjwendi of Thailand. Great technique. Can she start her competition with aplomb? She does indeed. She just chose with that initial vault why she's regarded as the favourite and why she's claimed gold at the last two SEA Games pole vault competitions. So enters at 3m60 and well clear. Oh, she could have come in at 380, 390 and gone well clear on her first attempt. And she'll be looking to go beyond 4 meters. The only athlete to have vaulted beyond 4 meters recently is Chomjwendi, including the Asian Championships. She picked up the bronze with 4:10. Chua Yutian. First attempt at 3m60 for the Malaysian vaulter. Very easily clear. So despite a hiccup, to clear at 3m40. Chua Yutian is well clear at 3m60. She hasn't gone over 370 this season. She's reached that height twice, including the Malaysian Open. At this very venue she vaulted 370. Not the type of jump that would clear 370 with ease. Good takeoff, good swing, nice row. Solid extension and a fair clearance. This is the victory ceremony for the women's 5,000 metre.
Executive Board Member of International Skyrunning Federation. The mascot and sizzling will be presented by Yang Berbahagia Dato Ismail Ibrahim, Deputy President of Pahang Athletics Association.
The bronze medalist is from Indonesia. In 13 events at Southeast Asian Games down the years, Trianingsih has 11 times received a gold medal, once a silver. This is her first bronze, but it's still a sensational career at the SEA Games. Trianingsih with bronze. Silver medalist from Vietnam.
With a time of 17 minutes and 33.45 seconds.
Again, a very promising setup to her run. Pham Thi Huay after silver in the 10,000 meter. Her aim was to beat Trianingsih. She managed to get that right. She beat the defending champion Trianingsih, but in the end, she couldn't beat her own teammate.
Ladies and gentlemen, the gold medalist and 29th SEA Games champion is from Vietnam.
But another phenomenal run, and certainly the strongest of the finishers by some margin. With 2 laps to go, she decided she was going to take the race to the competitors. They had no response to the burst of energy that Nguyen Thi Wan produced. It was a very, very slow first 4,000 odd meters. With around 2 laps to go, Nguyen Thi Wan decided she was going for it, and she adds the 5,000 meter title to the gold that she won in the 1,500 meter. A double gold medalist at the SEA Games and another gold medal for Vietnam. Vietnam's 14th gold medal in the track and field competition of Kuala Lumpur 2017. As they finish 1-2, Nguyen Thi Wan, twice a gold medalist in 2017. Pham Thi Huay with the silver. And Trianingsih, defending champion, had to settle for bronze.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the victory ceremony for the women's 5,000 meters.
At the top of her runway now, Rizal Buenaventura. Second attempt at 3 meters 60.
10,000 meters. Final.
No, not getting this right, not getting this right. Philippines contingent I've had some expert help down the years. Buenaventura is the top-ranked Philippines pole vaulter for women. Bronze medalist the last 2 games, the 31-year-old now, but trains alongside Emily Jean Obiena, competing in Oviedo in Italy back in July. Sutikon Kamun, a tall young Thai athlete at the top of her runway.
Ladies and gentlemen, this would be the final event for tonight.
Looking for the good plant, just snapping the legs over the bar, not a convincing attempt at a clearance either, so 1 attempt remaining. Kamun's cleared 352, but not 360 this season. Here is Obiena, her brother Ernest John Obiena. He pulled out of the men's pole vault competition before the start. Both coached by their father, Emerson, a former athlete himself. National junior record holder for Philippines. They looked a little short on the plant here. So Obiena bows out. 3 unsuccessful attempts at 360. She has a mark at 340. And that is where her pole vault competition ends. So Adila Sheikh Azizir Rahman already out, the Malaysian. Obiena out of this competition as well. Preparing now for the men's 10,000 meter final, Agus Prayogo of Indonesia, 4-time gold medalist. This with Buntang Srisung, one of his nearest competitors, Lee Van Tal, Ranchai Namket, Nguyen Van Lai, and Sant Naing. All going in the men's 10,000 meter final. And the 6 competitors. Well, introducing the athletes. Agus Prayogo, a man who turned 32 just a couple of days ago during these games. And he'd like to celebrate with a belated birthday present with a gold medal. The defending champions. Budung Srisam might have something to say about that. The 36-year-old, a long-time opponent of Prayogo. The two know each other particularly well. Former champion himself, Srisam. Leo Van Daal, 22-year-old, a young talent that's upcoming. Posted a 32.03 in June. Second Thai athlete that goes in this field, Sanchai Namket, 27-year-old. Hasn't really posted any 10,000 meter times, but ran a 14:51 5,000 at the Thai Open. Nguyen Van Lai, former champion, goes in lane 5. And starting out wider is Sun Naing, 26-year-old. His best is just over the 30-minute mark. So he'll be challenging for a medal once again, the bronze medalist from 2015, if he posts a time akin to that. So starting in dedicated positions, but the runners start behind that slightly bent line and they immediately break for the inside. Unsurprisingly, it is the defending champion who has opted to lead out, Agus Prayogo, 4-time champion over the 10,000 meter, and in 2011 competed the 5,000 and 10,000 meter double. So an early start for him, and immediately tucked in behind him is his nearest rival over the years, the man who claimed silver at the last two attempts. Boonkang Srisang, 36-year-old, who himself has a couple of 5,000, 10,000 meter doubles in his younger days, though. Back in 2005 and 2007, he completed a 5 and 10,000 meter double. And a man who's run a 31-minute 10,000 meter this season, and he completed it at the Thai Open. Just behind him is his own teammate, Sanchai Namkit, 9 years his junior. Behind him, athlete 287 Nguyen Van Lai, 29-year-old, another former champion in this field, and who was the 5,000 meter champion in Singapore. So 25 laps of this 400 meter track, and the athletes strung up and nobody charging away from the field. And of course, one of the more popular events over the years, particularly at Olympic Games, the longer distance races, which test endurance and speed of runners combined. An event that has in recent years seen a certain Mo Farah, who retired following his performances at the recent World Championships in London, retire from the 5 and 10,000 meter races as he failed in his attempt to win the 5,000 and 10,000 meter double yet again. He did win the 10,000 meter title, did Mo Farah. He's retired from track racing to focus on the marathon now. So these athletes quite happy to stick with one another and just settle into a rhythm. And certainly being dictated currently by Agus Prayogo, and nobody taking him on in the early stages. He's somebody who's come close but not quite taken on Eduardo Buenavista's SEA Games record of 29 minutes 19.62 that was set back in 2003 on his way to gold in Hanoi. Men's 10,000 meter, one of the oldest events in the Olympic Games, goes all the way back to the 1912 Games when it was first included. Although the women's version only became a feature in the 1988 Games. Subsequently, though, it's been dominated by East Africa. Although China have a very proud tradition, there is an Asian influence in the sort of top runners over the years, but indeed it is East Africa that maintains the domination across both the men's and women's events. And Kenenisa Bekele, Haile Gebrselassie among the greatest, Paul Tergat, of course, Kenyan, who went on to live in the United States. And then in the women's race, the likes of Teferi, Algira and Alma Zayana will continue to dominate. Zayana, the current world record holder, 29.17. Hasn't gone under the 30-minute mark this season, though, Zayana. There have been a host of names over the years that have dominated. And Buenavista of the Philippines, his record still stands from 14 years ago. Doesn't look like it's under threat at the moment. A very steady pace that's being set by the Indonesian out in front. And a four-time SEA Games champion. He ran a 14.36 5,000 meter this season. He's got a bit of a kick at the back end. So with a compatriot out, Rizal Buenaventura attempts. So that'll be a third failure for Buenaventura at 3.60 meters, which means both Philippines pole vaulters are out of the competition. And final attempt at 3.60 meters for Sutikan Kamun. Clearance here will potentially keep her in the medal hunt. And She fails to do so, which means 3 competitors remain. It's only to decide in which order they will finish. Sukanyu Chinese Chumchwendi of Thailand, Chua Nhu Tian of Malaysia, and Rachel Yang of Singapore. The 3 competitors that remain in the women's pole vault final. They will compete to determine who finishes in gold, silver and bronze medal positions respectively. Next up is Rachel Yang or Yan Binjie. She married her coach, David Yeo, back in 2012. Gave birth to their son, Zacchaeus. You might recall he was actually on the podium with his mother, and she claimed a silver medal at the 2015 SEA Games. Jumped up on the podium with her. Looking to go one better in 2017. And for Singapore, so disappointment for Yang. She's clear at 3 meters 60, which will mean she claims a medal. That's not the mark she would have liked. 3 meter 90 jumper at her best. Her hand just slipping down the top of the pole there. Just disrupted her extension entirely. Rachel Isabel Yang Binjie, 35-year-old. So 4 athletes have pulled a little clear, and still being led by Agus Prayoga, the men's 10,000 meter. 2 Thai athletes tucked in behind him, Sri Sung and Namket. And from Vietnam, a man who wants to reclaim a title. He last won in 2013. Nguyen Van Lai, 29-year-old. Who from 2013 and between 2013 and 2015, those 2 SEA Games competitions, he won 3 of the 4 gold medals between the 5,000 and 10,000 meter. A very impressive feat for Nguyen. He still has the fastest time by an athlete in Southeast Asia over this distance this season, 31:25:05 that he set in Bangkok in June. And the remainder of the athletes have tended to run 5,000 meter distances, so no real indication of their 10,000 meter readiness. They'll still believe, though, that they're in with a shout. The Indonesian contingent cheering and chanting for Agus Prayogo to run to his 5th gold medal of the SEA Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're into the 18th lap for the 10,000 meters men's final.
Very steady. Just get a sense, though, that Nguyen Van Lai might want to push the pace. It almost feels like he's being his stride is just being broken a little at the back. Every so often he almost looks like he's catching up a little too quickly to Sanjay Namket and has to back off suddenly. But Agus Prayogo is dictating terms off the front end. First time a champion back in 2009. Bumtang Sri Sung sits in 2nd place. Champion in 2005 and in 2007. It's been around for over a dozen years with the SEA Games. And 17 laps to go. Still plenty to be decided. Not an overly tactical race, but a little slow as well. The relatively humid conditions and the temperature of around 30 degrees Celsius certainly doesn't help. The fact that they're not running in direct sunshine will help the competitors.
This lovely participant here needs your support as well.
The water stations positioned towards the side of the course as well, if athletes would like to grab a little something.
with the highest score of 3.80 on the pole vault.
So 4 athletes in the search for 3 medals on offer. At least one of them will miss out. At the moment, though, it doesn't seem as if Leaderboard or Sun Naing is challenging for a medal. Sun Naing is struggling to go anywhere near his time of 30.26. He's well off the pace at the moment. But Thailand with 2 athletes in the top 4, pushing Prayogo. Well, this is more what you expect. You've got to work as a team. Now, they're just breaking off to go and grab a little rehydration. But if they can work as a team, the Thai athletes, they could try to find themselves in front of Prayogo. Just again having his stride broken was Nguyen Van Lai, just tucked in behind the Vietnamese athletes. So at the moment, after that water pit stop, as it were, Buntang Srisang finds himself off the back of the front 3. And the Thai athletes, for a moment, it looked like they would be working in tandem. Not to be. Only 2 competitors remaining. Chum Chuen-di of Thailand, the defending champion, at 380 now. Oh, well clear. Oh, there's an air of invincibility about her performances so far. She even skipped 3.70 meters. She went so far clear at 3.60. And it looked like she could have entered at 4.10 meters and would have been fine. To be safe, she's come back in at 3.80. Chua Yutian. Even if she clears this at 3.80 meters, she'll need to clear a height better than that of Chum Chuen-di if she is to claim the gold. A clear card so far for the Thai pole vaulter. Now for the Malaysian. Oh, it's a good first-time clearance. She's only just snuck over, but they all count. Now, had she had a first-time clearance at 3.40 meters, her entry height, she would still be well within a chance of the gold medal here. But what she needs to do so immediately up to 3.90 for a twice bronze medalist at the Asian Championships. Should be a formality and is a little close to the bar on the way down this time. Living up to a billing. First time clearance at 3.90 meters, which you would get a sense will virtually guarantee her the gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, 40 more laps to go. Men's 10,000 meters.
So first attempt at 3.90 meters, Chua Yutian. She's got the crowd behind her, she's guaranteed herself at least a silver medal. A little slow on the rock back, couldn't quite get the extension through, clinted into the pole on the way up, so a little bit of work to be done for Chua Yutian. The second failure on her card, but a first failure at 3.90 meters. All competitors get 3 attempts at any given height. You can pass at a height, you can advance to a greater height. If you haven't, even if you haven't cleared the current one. 3 consecutive failures, whether at the same height or a combination of various heights. And this one sees a competitor out, so just brushed it on the way up rather than the way down. Couldn't quite get the heights to clear this. She looked like she was only just over at 3 meters 80. It has a clearance at 3 meters 80. So a little consultation with the coach. Well, nearly in the way of the men's 10,000 meter competitors to rush back infield. So just clipped the bar on the way up and completely disrupted its position on the way down. We're guaranteed to finish in the top 2. The defending champion is already gone clear at 3 meters 90. There's 2 attempts remaining at 3 meters 90. Yutian. 24 years old, still a fair amount to learn, but she's proving her ability. It's an international competitor with this pole vault competition. Chance to clear at 390 and remain in the hunt for the gold medal. Again, just doesn't quite have the extension. I think she knows it as well. Shake of the head. So Agus Prayogo, 10 laps to go, remains in front. Now, silver medalist from 2015, Budang Sisang, has fallen off the pace ever so slightly here. So Prayogo leads from Sanjay Namket with Nguyen Van Lai, 5,000 meter champion in Singapore, currently in 3rd position overall. Agus Prayogo, he's defending champion, looking to claim his 5th gold medal at the SEA Games. He's been doing some track work with various Indonesian athletes. Among them is the young lady who found herself very close to claiming the gold medal in the Hepthathlon, Emilia Nova. Finished only just in silver medal position. He's been doing some work with Indonesian athletes. Emilia Nova with a 5,386 point tally to finish behind Sunisa Kutsimwang of Thailand, 5,430 points. Now a little bit of a move being made here. The Indonesian who wants to take on his opponent. So opening up just a few meter gap here, and there's a fair amount of Indonesian support just gathered around and cheering on Agus around the venue. That's a popular figure, but he is starting to come into his own now with 8 laps to go. It's not about making a move, it's just upping the tempo and seeing whether or not the competitors in the field can stick with you. And at the moment, it doesn't seem to be the case.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the track lane, I would like to draw your attention to the women's full vault.
So Prayogo showing his class as a middle distance runner here. Indonesian, firm stride. He's some way ahead here of his nearest competitor. Still 7 laps to go. So he wants to get a good 10,000 meter behind him. He's got the 5,000 meter to come in the final athletics session of Kuala Lumpur 2017. And he'll be going for the 10,000 and 5,000 meter double. He's initially just aiming to claim the 10,000 meter here, but he'll be up against the likes of Sanjay Namket, who himself has just grabbed a little bit of extra water. So too the Vietnamese competitor Nguyen Van Lai. All three will be going for their respective countries in the 5,000 meter. A few athletes from the 1,500 meter will also be going for the 5,000 meter title. And this is disappointing for Le Van Taal, 22-year-old. He's about to be lapped by the current leader in the men's 10,000 meter.
Give him a round of applause, please.
6 laps to go. It's not going to be the fastest of finishes here. So quick times, you're looking at around 27 minutes for men. The world record, of course, of Kenenisa Bekele, 26:17:53. So phenomenal run by Kenenisa Bekele, one of the greatest athletes of all time, not just a middle distance runner. He's genuinely one of the greatest athletes of all time. And you can't forget some of the greats of years gone by, the likes of Lasse Viren, the Flying Finn, who had an incredible ability to peak at the big occasion. The only man to win successive Olympic 5,000 and 10,000 meter doubles at the Olympic Games. Did that in 72 and 76. Actually fell in the 1972 10,000 meter final. Still got back up and went on to win the race. Did Lasse Viren. Great middle distance and longer distance track athletes over the years. The great Emil Zatopek of it was Czechoslovakia at the time that he ran for. So Prayogo, just an opportunity to rehydrate. There's a quick water bottle, has a sip, gets rid of the bottle. Real credit as well to the cleanup crew, the officials, the volunteers that have been involved in Kuala Lumpur 2017. They've been required to do various jobs. Some a little kinder than others in terms of the job descriptions. The volunteers have rolled up their sleeves and taken care of just about everything. But Agus Prayogo in wonderful form here. Not the quickest time, but indeed dominant. So 4 laps to go. He's completed 21 of the 25 that he needs around this 400-meter track. So the battle on for the silver medal between these two competitors. Namkhet of Thailand, the shorter of the two athletes with the red top, and the Vietnamese athlete Nguyen Van Lai, 29-year-old experienced runner. 4 years ago he was champion in this event. He's not going to get a chance to claim the gold medal here. Prayogo was not at 2013. But Nguyen Van Lai, 5,000 and 10,000 meter double that year, bronze medalist as well in 2011, the taller of these two athletes, the chasing athletes. I say chasing, but they are some way behind Agus Prayogo, who looks to be just extending his advantage ever so slightly, but they're well ahead of any other competitors, so the battle for the silver and the bronze should be between the two of them. Over a 100-meter gap now, and moving over for his opponent to pass him on the inside. A thank you from Agus Prayogo, and another illustration of the fine sportsmanship. San Naing, a bronze medalist in 2015. The Myanmar athlete is struggling here. He's just been lapped by the race leader, sportingly moving wide. And just allowing Prayogo to pass him on the inside so that he didn't have to go wide on his run, which is what back markers are expected to do, but don't always do. So coming up to lap San Naing are the second and third place runners, Namkhet and Nguyen.
We had the participant of Thailand hitting the 4 meters point at the pole vault.
Nguyen has got a very strong finish. And he's certainly not got the type of finish that'll be challenging a man who's over 100 meters ahead of him for the gold medal come the end of the race. And he might be challenging Namkhet for the silver medal come the end of the race, although Namkhet has been running decently in the 5,000 meter distances, so technically it's a little more of his speed work. 800 meters to go now in this men's 10,000 meter final. Well, these athletes started in a little bunch and has not trailed at all in this race, as Agus Prayogo immediately darted for the inside. And as he holds on to this pace, he's slowly and steadily extending his advantage over second and third placed runners Sanchai Namkhet and Nguyen Van Lai. And while Sanchai Namkhet is new to the SEA Games medal scene, he'll be well set for a medal at this Southeast Asian Games. And Agus Prayogo is well set here for his 5th gold medal at the SEA Games. Namkhet just breaking wide to pick up a bottle of water for some rehydration at one of the stations. Along the back is Le Van Tao, the 22-year-old youngster from Vietnam, is being lapped by his compatriot, and Namkhet of Thailand. So 400 meters to go. It is the final lap, and Agus Prayogo has lived up to all expectation here. He's still aiming for a 5,000 and 10,000 meter double. He last achieved that in 2011. He's aiming for it at this Southeast Asia Games, and now he is starting to come into his own. As I suspected, Nguyen Van Lai has got a very strong finish. He's very quick over the last lap, and he's showing it here as well. He might not be up to claiming the gold medal as he did in 2013. He certainly isn't. He's now over 150 meters behind the leader, but it looks like he is going to settle for the silver medal, and he'll take it as well. He'll have a chance to defend his 5,000 meter title against this man in the final athletics session of the competition at Kuala Lumpur 2017. But this race is all about Agus Prayogo, who gets to a milestone medal here. A man who has not trailed at any point in this race, just striding to a 10,000 meter victory the 4th gold medal of the 10,000 meters in his SEA Games career and a 5th gold medal overall. Agus Prayogo of Indonesia, who turned 32 during these games, gives himself a belated birthday present by claiming gold for Indonesia. 30:22 his winning time. Nowhere near his best, certainly not at these games.
Followed by second placing oncoming participants. And third placing.
Well, big congratulations for Prayogo. That was the 3rd place finisher. Namkit coming to the line. Nguyen Van Lai had finished ahead of him. And Van Lai, in the final athletics session, will have a chance to defend the 5,000 meter title that he won in Singapore. Thailand have another medal. Sanjay Namkit, the bronze medal in this 10,000 meter and his first track medal of the SEA Games. Agus Prayogo, 5-time SEA Games medalist now. Buntang Srisang, 7-time medalist is Srisang. Doesn't pick up a medal here as he misses out his compatriot Namkit with the bronze medal. Nguyen Van Lai with the silver, with the focus on Agus Prayogo. A chance to complete the 5,000 and 10,000 meter double is still very much on the cards for the Indonesian. Sun Naing, 26-year-old from Myanmar, bronze medalist in 2015. Not his best, well outside of his best. Still 1 lap to go for him. And finishing here, Le Van Tau, the 22-year-old, crosses 32:17. So Agus Prayogo is celebrating his victory lap. Just a final lap here for Sun Naing, the man who is just outside the 30-minute mark in 2015. There's going to be some minutes outside of that in 2017. So Eduardo Buenavista's record, the man from the Philippines who set a record of 29:19:62 at the SEA Games with his victory in Hanoi in 2003, not having his record in any way tested. And coming in a good 3 minutes slower than his bronze medal winning time of 2 years ago. Sun Naing of Myanmar will be the last competitor across the finish line in this men's 10,000 meter. It's been a slow race by comparison to their best times, but tactically astute. There's a respect between these two men. And Agus Prayogo, despite his celebrations, breaks his celebration to congratulate the Myanmar man as he crossed the finish line. It takes a massive effort. Agus Prayogo of Indonesia poses with his winning time, 30 minutes, 22 seconds, .26. And then a wave to the fans. He's an entertainer. He enjoys every moment of what he does. And in the first of his 2 events, he has claimed the gold. The 5 and 10 double is on. So rehydrating before he'll be required to undertake various duties with members of the media. Confirmation of the results. A superb win for Agus Prayogo, his 4th gold medal in the men's 10,000 meter, 30:22:26. Nguyen Van Lai claims the silver with 30:45:64, and Sanjay Namkit, first-time medalist at the SEA Games, 30:54:86, gets the bronze. Well, he led from the very front, did Agus Prayogo. Immediately darted to the inside. With just under 10 laps to go of the 25 across this 400-meter track here at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium. Agus Prayoga decided to up the pace of this race, took it to his competitors. Neither one had a response. And in the end, Agus Prayoga gets to romp to a fairly comfortable 10,000-meter victory. He's still got the energy, would you believe, after a 10,000-meter to leap his way around. Hopping, skipping, jumping, all part of the celebrations.
Shortly at 9:20 p.m., we will witness the victory ceremony for the women's shot put, women's pole vault, women's heptathlon, and finally the men's 10,000 meters. Para peminat olahraga yang sekalian, hari ini merupakan hari kelima Sukan olahraga dan pengalaman tontonan puan-puan. Jangan lupa esok hari ke-6 kejuaraan bola tepat jam 3 petang dengan lompat tinggi lelaki. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow.
So a big jump here for Chua Yutian, currently in silver medal position. Clearance here at 3.90 will put her in contention for gold medal. Chua Yutian, third attempt. Didn't quite have it. That means that Sukanya Chayanisa Chongchwendi of Thailand will obtain the gold medal. She has won at the last two SEA Games. But Malaysia have another medal. Sukanya Chayanisa Chongchwendi, 28-year-old, two-time Asian champs bronze medalist, including a 4m10 that brought her the bronze medal in India earlier this year. It's all far too easy. An easy clearance at 4 meters. And what height does she want to go to next? She can go up in 10 centimeter increments. Once she hits 420, she can go up in 5 centimeter increments. And as champion, she can pick her height. The season's best of 410 for the SEA Games record holder. Going up to 410, her first failure here. She's already guaranteed the gold medal, but just trying to go up in increments. Second attempt at 4m10. Oh, 410, season's best, has been equalled. That height got her the bronze medal at the recent Asian Championships. And perhaps she'll go up as far as her record. So her record currently stands at 421. This is the first attempt at 422. She's cleared at 410. She's guaranteed the gold medal. And looking to break the SEA Games record that she set in Naypyidaw in winning her first gold medal of the SEA Games. So a little resin on the hands and on the grip at the top of the pole.
Peserta 5 km dalam acara lompat kalau wanita akan cuba ketinggian 4.22 meter. Chaya Chongchwendi dari Thailand.
So she'll have 3 attempts at her own SEA Games record. focused on the Thai athlete. She's had a real air of invincibility about her in this women's pole vault competition overall, but now attempts to break her own record. Well, that'll be a no jump. Once you break the plane of the bar, in other words, once you go underneath the bar and all over the bar, you register a failure. If she'd been able to stop her run before she got to the mat and imaginary line, if you drew from the ground up through the bar, once you break that line, then you have a no jump registered. She could have reset at the top of the runway had she not already gained quite a bit of momentum. So just resets her mark a little further up. She'll have a little time to compose herself before she'll be required to again blister on down the runway and try to force a plant. A good rock back, serious extension, a push and clear. So a reminder that 4:22, the height. Tsukanya Chinese Chomchwendi is trying to clear. A record of 4:21 stands from Napido 4 years ago. So a little further back down the runway now, slightly longer in attempt to build up a little more momentum perhaps. Just didn't quite get the pole drop right and couldn't find the plant at her last attempt. Just ran through under the bar onto the mattress after dropping the pole. Can prove dangerous if the technique is not entirely accurate for these athletes. Second attempt at 4:22. Well, she had the height to get over, just dragged the bar down with her right thigh. So the bar will be reset for one further go. It's her own SEA Games record. She won her first gold by 11 centimeters as she set the new SEA Games pole vault record. She won her second gold medal in Singapore 2 years ago, winning from Singapore's Rachel Yang, who has the bronze medal in this women's pole vault. She won by 20 centimeters. Again guaranteed the gold. How many centimeters will she win by here? 3 failures at 390 for Chua Yutian, a clearance of 380. She's already 30 centimeters clear of her nearest rival. Now trying to break her own record.
Ladies
The victory ceremony here for the women's shot put.
Ladies and gentlemen, bronze medalist from Thailand, Savitri Tongchao, with the distance of 14.26 meters.
14.26 meters was good enough for bronze for Savitri Tongchao, the 24-year-old who bettered her season's best. That goes one position worse than her achievement in 2015. Bronze in 2013, silver in 2015, bronze again in 2017 for Savitri Tongchao.
Silver medalist from Thailand, Ariran Mithalis, with a distance of 15.33 meters.
Good performance for Thailand as they finished 2 and 3 in this women's shot put competition. 21-year-old Ariran Mithalis, 15 meters 33, good enough for the silver medal and a place better than her bronze medal position of 2015.
Ladies and gentlemen, the gold medalist and 29th SEA Games champion is from Indonesia, Hepthathlon, with a distance of 15.39 meters.
6 centimeters separated, 1 from 2. Febri Ikawati of Indonesia, not quite matching her season's best of 15.54 in April, but doing enough to beat out the remaining competitors to claim gold with a distance of 15 meters and 39 centimeters. Her first gold medal of the SEA Games. It's come in Kuala Lumpur.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Indonesia.
Not for the first time, not for the last time this session, the national anthem of Indonesia. The Kawati claims the gold for Indonesia. Thailand second and third, silver and bronze for Intadis and Tongchao. Thank you, Fibri Ikawati. First round attempt now for the Indonesian. 15.54 this season, back in April. Using the glide technique, it's well over 15 meters here. This is a good mark. This will be well beyond 15.30 perhaps. 15.39, it's a very good opening attempt from Ikawati of Indonesia. Pressure on fellow competitors. Trying to psych herself up, Savitri Dongchao hasn't gone beyond 14.24 this season. Looking to improve on the 13.60 odd. That'll improve on the 13.60 odd. That should be over 14 meters. Savitri Dongchao, third effort, improving by nearly a meter, 14.26. Next up, legendary Chang Guirong. Final effort here for Bibi Nuraishai Ishak, 22-year-old Malaysian, using the glide technique. It's a big push out. Oh no, not happy. That's her competition done. She'll finish no higher than 6th. Rahila binti Otman, more familiar, the Malaysian putters. 13-12 twice this year, but needs something over 14. Still not quite happening for her. The legend, the all-round strong woman, former Asian Games silver medalist, struggled in this series, hasn't gone beyond 13.42. This is a final effort to try to get ourselves into the medals. 6-time gold medalist in this event, and that's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. Singapore's Chang Guirong fails to medal for the first time since 2001. She improved on her 14.26. That's not going to improve on it. Short of the 14-meter mark here. 13.50 ends her series. Bronze medal for Thailand. Final attempt. Final attempt. Needs to go another 20 centimeters beyond her best to get herself in gold medal position with a final shot put attempt. That is over 15 meters. That's her best attempt of the series. Could that be the gold? 15.33. She's 6 centimeters short of the gold medal mark. Finishes with silver. Well, she set up the series brilliantly with a very opening effort of 15.39. No other opponent has got close. Didn't need to do anything. It was probably her best effort. Stepped out over the front though. It confirms she is the champion regardless. A fine series, a fine win for Indonesia and Ikawati. Confirmation then of the women's shot put results. Thank you, Fibri Ikawati, 15.39, Thames gold, ahead of Arirat Intaris, 15.33. Savitri Dongchao, 14.26. And a very disappointing series for Chang Guirong. Medalled in every single game since 2003, misses out here.
for the victory ceremony, Hepthathlon. First placing, Thailand. Second placing, Indonesia. And third placing, once again, Thailand.
Third and final attempt to break her own SEA Games record. Sukanya Chayanisa Chomchwendi guaranteed the gold already. Clearance at 4:10. Can't break her own SEA Games record, but she will take the gold medal regardless. A clearance at 4:10. She's a champion by 30 centimeters in the women's pole vault, and a third time in succession that she's claimed the gold medal at the Southeast Asia Games. Still can't go beyond 4:10 this season. That's the frustration for Chayanisa Chomchwendi. Well, confirming the heights that were cleared, Chayanisa Chomchwendi 4:10. Fails to break her record, but she's got the gold medal for the third SEA Games in succession ahead of the home favourite Chua Yu Tian and the 3-metre 80 clearance, and Singapore's Rachel Isabel Yang, or Yang Binjie, with the bronze medal in 2017 at the age of 35. This is the victory ceremony
The medals will
for
be
the women's
presented
heptathlon.
by Yang Berbahagia Dato' Zaitun Osman, Sports Commissioner of Malaysia. The mascot and sizzling will be presented by Mr. R. Govindaraju, the council member of Malaysian Athletics Federation.
It's a little bit of the young and old here. Thailand with 2 of the 3 medalists. And a surprise medal for Indonesia, but a very well-deserved one.
Ladies and gentlemen, bronze medalist from Thailand.
Oh, this is a special one. She said she was bowing out. She was aiming to win her 20th medal here in the women's heptathlon. She didn't care what color it was. Turns out it's bronze, but it is her 20th SEA Games medal at her record 10th SEA Games. Gold medalist as far back as 1999, 18 years ago, a 5-time champion. She ends her SEA Games career with 12 golds, 4 silvers, and this is her 4th bronze medal across the heptathlon 400 hurdles and 400 flats. Osana Winato is a genuine Southeast Asian legend, twice the Asian heptathlon champion, twice the Asian indoor champion. Her career is now done. A career that is just starting. She was overnight leader after 4 events. She dominated on the track events at Kuala Lumpur 2017, but she needed to do something special in the 800 meter to overtake the defending champion Kut Siu Mung, who was leading after 6 events of the 7. She's broken her personal best and set a new national record in the heptathlon for Indonesia with 5,386 points. But she claims the silver medal for Indonesia, and a bright future awaits, no doubt, for Emilia Nova. But the gold belongs to the defending champion, Sunisa Kutsimwang of Thailand. The 24-year-old posted 5,430 points over 7 events to claim the title in what was a bitterly closely contested affair. Only 44 points in the end separated the top 2. And she knows just how close she came to actually losing out to the Indonesian upstart. Ultimately, though, she has successfully defended the title she first won in Singapore 2 years ago, and has her 3rd SEA Games medal in the heptathlon following her bronze in Myanmar.
We would like to invite the
Thailand 1 and 3. Well, Osana Winato congratulating her teammates. Emotion getting the better of her. Tears for the occasion. Tears for her 2nd gold. Winato with a 20th SEA Games medal. With the bronze, Emilia Nova with the silver, and a new national record in the heptathlon. Sunisa Kutsimwang with a gold for the 2nd SEA Games in succession. Two Thai athletes posing. Minato with an enormous smile on the right of your screen. Heavily tattooed, but a character renowned for wearing different colour socks and shoes. This is the medal ceremony, the victory ceremony for the men's 10,000 metre.
Vice President and General Secretary of Thailand Athletics Association. The mascot and Sydney will be presented by Mr. Lachumanan, the General Manager of Malaysia Athletics Federation.
Well, the bronze medalist, some might have argued, was a bit of a surprise package, but Sunshine Namkhet ran a smart race. The 27-year-old has been focusing on the 5,000 metre this season. He has claimed a bronze medal in the 10,000 metre with the 5,000 metre still to come. So his prospects of a medal in the shorter distance perhaps bode really well. Well, a fine run from Nguyen Van Lai, the 29-year-old who's been on the top tier of this podium before, twice before in the 5,000, once before in this 10,000 metre. There's a silver now in the 10,000 metre, having claimed bronze in 2011 and gold in 2013, has a complete set of medals for the 10,000 metre. He too has the 5,000 metre still to come. But a special milestone gold medal for Agus Prayogo. 30:22.26 seconds for Agus Prayogo, the Indonesian. Claims his fourth gold medal in the men's 10,000 metre, having won the 5,000 in 2011 as well. There's an opportunity to go for the 5,000 metre double, having won the 10,000 today. Now a 5-time SEA Games champion and one win away from being a 6-time champion and twice a 5,000, 10,000 metre double gold medalist. Agus Prayogo on the top rung of this podium once again. Thailand with the bronze to Namkhet Silver to Nguyen of Vietnam and Prayogo of Indonesia with another gold. Being asked by the Indonesian media to pose for photographs. So too is the mascot Rimau. He's posing with volunteers, technical officials. He's been posing with members of the audience, the crowd that have come to enjoy the action at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium. Rimau has been a very entertaining mascot. Rimau for respect, integrity, move, attitude and unity.
With a height 4.10 meters. Second place goes to Untitled Chapter from Malaysia with a height of 3.80 meters. Third place, from Singapore with a height of 3.60 meters. Fourth place, Sitikan Kamon from Thailand with a height of 3.40 meters. Fifth place, Emil Obiang from Philippines with a height of 3.40 meters. Sixth place, Brazil Buenaventura with a height of 3.40 meters. And seventh place, Aziloshi Al-Sisi from Malaysia with a height of 3.20 meters. Official result, Powerful Women Final.
This is the victory ceremony for the women's pole vault.
Atlantic Association of Thailand.
And more excitement for the Thai contingents, more excitement as well for the home fans as Malaysia have another medal, and more excitement for Singapore athletics as Rachel Yang delivers yet another medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, bronze medalist from Singapore,
Rachel Isabel Young Binji, the 35-year-old, a spinal injury in 2009 didn't even stop her career. Well, she's overcome the odds in a fine redemption story over the last two SEA Games, a silver in 2015 and a bronze here at the age of 35. Not quite near her best of 3 meters 90, but a clearance at 3 meters 60. Enough to see her claim the bronze medal and her second SEA Games medal in the last two SEA Games. Always playful, always smiling.
From Malaysia,
Chua Yu Tiam, just 24 years old. 3 meters 80. Her new season's best, 10 centimeters better than her effort at the Malaysian Open earlier this year. And good enough for the silver medal. Perhaps a new pole vault star for Malaysia. But speaking of stars, the stars shine brightly for this young lady. For the third successive Southeast Asia Games, Sukanya Chinesa Chomchwendi is champion. She cleared 4 meters 10. She went for her record of 4:21. She had 3 failures at 4:22, but she still won gold by 30 centimeters for a woman that is twice a bronze medalist at the Asian Championships, including earlier this year in India. She adds to her very impressive medal haul the third successive gold medal in the women's pole vault competition of Kuala Lumpur 2017. And now for the national anthem of Thailand.
Please rise for the national anthem of Thailand. We would like to invite the VIPs to join the panelists for a photo session.
Another very impressive display from Chomchwendi. Claims gold for Thailand ahead of Malaysia's Chua Yu Tian and Singapore's Rachel Isabel Young Binji with the bronze.
Thank you to the VIPs. Congratulations to all the
Rima, the mascot, Certainly endearing himself to those who've come out to the venue.
Para hadirin hadis ini yang dihormati sekalian, dengan berakhirnya upacara pengaluan piala kepada para pemenang Swatani, maka berakhirlah acara-acara di hari yang keempat di sesi yang ke-8. Dan jangan lupa pada hari esok merupakan hari terakhir.
Just to confirm the results then of the session, women's shot put final sees Equati of Indonesia take the gold ahead of two Thai athletes. Chum Chwendi with the gold in the women's pole vault ahead of Chua Yutian and Rachel Isabel Yang Bin Jie. Kutsim Wang successfully defended her heptathlon title, but not by much, just 44 points ahead of Emilia Nova, with Wasana Winato claiming her 20th SEA Games gold medal. Agus Prayogo with his 5th gold medal at the SEA Games by winning the men's 10,000 metre ahead of Nguyen Van Lai, and Sanchai Namket with the bronze for Thailand.